Hello, 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 and welcome to the Misdemeanor. How's everyone doing today? So good to see you all. Yes, it's time, my friends. It is time. Oh, so close, so close. There it is. What was that for the fastest transition ever? My gosh. Be a fun and exciting session today. I hope you guys are ready for it. Bring a little wind. Let that pick up as our crew has finally returned from the Shadow Vale. But what news of terror awaits for them on the isolated island of Asmodia?
Always talk about chickens.
Hi, everybody.
Chickens.
Hi.
Chickens.
Chickens. And then
Chickens. Dodgers chickens.
Yep.
How's everyone doing today?
Very good.
Good.
Awesome.
Can I tell you what I told everybody, Brett?
Please, absolutely.
It's very good.
Yeah.
So today I went to a little outdoor baby shower for yet another niece/nephew that's going to be in my life.
Lovely.
Blessed.
Bless.
So I decided to ruin it by having a conversation with my brother-in-law where I got to look deep into his beautiful eyes and say, hey, you want some cursed info? There's a fish in Finding Nemo that everyone finds sexy. And if you go on your phone and you search the hot fish from Finding Nemo, he will come up. And we did it and it worked. And it's the only conversation I had with him the whole night.
Look, you were just, I understand where you were coming from. You just wanted to have a conversation. You were attempting to be sociable and social. And it really, when it comes down to it, the effort is admirable, you know? So
thank you.
Yeah, so thank you for making the effort. Did they appreciate that? Was the conversation good, or did it come to a grinding halt at that point?
It did not come to a grinding halt. No, he took it with, hope in his heart.
Mm-hmm. I typed the hot fish from, and then Google said Finding Nemo, and I was like, that's the one.
Oh my God. Google doesn't lie, it knows.
Google's like, yeah, Finding Nemo, yeah, we got that. Okay, fair enough. I never considered that fish attractive. I thought more like brave and wise.
Our good friend Dookieshed immediately said, oh, like a daddy fish.
What?
I get that.
I didn't say that.
It checks out.
Yeah, I didn't say that live on stream. Thus, it never happened. What stays behind mute chat?
In chat right now and said, "Oh yeah, he is kind of hot." There's a reason that it comes up on Google. Anyways, we should move on.
No, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's all good. Thank you so much for. That is, I mean,
you're welcome.
There's more cursed information out there, right? But yeah, that's up there. That's a solid 3 out of 10 of the curse scale, I would say. Hot fish from Finding Nemo. It's
hot fish from Finding Nemo.
Yeah, you nod at that. You go,
cursed. Yeah, cursed at a baby shower with normies. Not quite so cursed on a D&D show with people who look at memes all day.
You know what? Yeah, as far and that's kind of how I took it. I kind of took it as just like this, well. I mean, my day isn't ruined, so it's not that cursed. You know what I mean? Like, you get cursed information that just ruins your entire day. But that, no, I can go off my day and be like, that's interesting. And that's funny that Google autofilled that. Yeah, indeed. Well, thank you again for...
That was like wholesome cursed, I think.
Yes. You know what? Wholesome curse. I like that. That's a nice level.
If that could be my brand, I would like
wholesomely cursed.
Wholesomely cursed.
It's just what blurst is, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
Blurst is wholesome.
Blurst is a little bit of that. Yeah.
Yeah, yes. I learned that from Masae Blurst. I was like, what?
Hello.
What is that? It's like it's blessed and cursed, and I'm like, okay, yeah, like I guess I get it. Like I feel like it's I feel like it's opposing, intentions. But you know what? Yeah, I think hot fish from Finding Nemo is blurst.
Then you understood.
I get it. Yeah, I absolutely get it. And it's just like, all right. Well, speaking of cursed / blurst, however you want to take it, you all have returned from the Shadow Vale. You guys ready to play some Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes, please.
I'm
Alright.
terrified.
Yeah. Very glad to be out of that shadow place.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Yep. Anyways, so you all have.
If Brad actually had to fight that thing, I would not have been excited to not.
Yeah.
I would have been
Oh,
like,
if-
"Fuck, send me back, bitch."
If I fought that thing, I would not be here. So
That's true.
that's why the big brain plays of GTFO kicked in.
Yeah, yeah, nah, never mind. I that goes
No,
against.
go for it.
Nope.
Say
nope,
it.
Nope,
Say it,
nope,
Brett.
nope. I
DM me,
have.
He
Brett.
was about to give us too much info,
I
dude, and
was.
then he
Well-
decided against it.
Well, no, because a lot of times I'll have viewers ask me what would have happened if this, and my stance has always been I cannot tell you that because the decision has already been made. So that has always been my code essentially when it comes to DMing, so that there's never it's like you can theorize it, but as a DM I can obviously I know what would have happened, but like as a DM you have to settle with the choices you've made, and to have essentially a creator of the world come down and be like, well, if you did this would have happened. It kind of defeats the purpose of choice that you make in D&D, so it kind of continues that weight. So that's why I was just like, nah, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say anything. So, but
Brett,
yes.
what the fuck is up with this tweet?
Which tweet?
What he's showing.
What'd I say?
know. I was
Why
gonna
does your
ask that
tweet say
too.
this?
What is that? Why?
The deep lore continues. Here's Brett's tweet about today's session.
Yes.
The deep lore continues. Misdemeanor makes a decision that could end their tale in a moment. Is a free spirit worth the mortal price?
That's why I was like immediately like, I'm scared.
And then just
Yeah.
tags
Scared
all of
about today.
us.
Brett, do you not want any of us to retweet or support the stream after this? Like, what is the goal to make sure that this is the last episode of Misdemeanor and we never come back? Because if that's the goal, like, you kind of showed us your cards.
Yeah, well, it puts you on edge a little bit, right? Because
We're always on edge.
well, it puts you a little
He
more
does this
on
every
edge.
time.
I do this, yeah. It's nothing to
True.
worry about. You guys will be fine. Anyways, you guys ready to play
it's been
some?
real, guys.
You guys ready to play some?
It's been fun, you guys. It's been
Yeah.
fun.
You guys ready to play some D&D?
I guess. Did we long rest?
Yeah. I
Yes,
guess
I
so.
Yeah, boy.
I put everyone in a long rest. Also,
Thank
extra big shout out to Summer, who imported all of your characters from D&D Beyond over to Roll20.
Ooh.
So we also got
Summer.
everyone's macros should also be working, updated, and added. So big shout out to Summer and
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, it's all here.
It's all
Yeah.
in there.
yeah, and all that she does.
Oh.
Like, I actually
Yeah.
have the.
Sorry,
character
Summer.
sheet now.
Summer wrote me a message.
Wait, where? What happened?
Oh. What now? What was the question?
Where?
In what? In Roll20. So we got.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Oof, that a lot of spells.
It gotcha. So is it like it's all on the right side now in the text?
yeah, it's up in the
Box?
upper left-hand corner. Also at some point in time, because it is a lot of macros, what I can end up doing is deleting all the macros, putting in like macro subfolders. I didn't want to do it this time because I felt that would have been a little not too confusing, but just like too much of a change. And what a macro subfolder does, it'll be like spellbook level 1. And then if you click that button in your chat, it'll show all of your level 1 spells as hot link, as hyperlinks, as hot links. And then you can click that, and there it is. Begone creature dabs, not banished. Is this a summer spell?
Yep.
You know, it's weird, right? I didn't hello. It's weird. I was like, I didn't think Summer would do that, and then I was like, you know what? Summer absolutely would do that, 100%. So, but either way, big shout out to Summer. Also, I'm sure Summer will be DMing me about something that will happen once everyone comes back, but I do remember. So it'll be good. Today's gonna be a good session. Good session, guys. It's gonna be a. Yep. Open up a cold one. Exactly.
Crack it open.
Crack it open. All right. Let's go ahead and play. Yeah. You guys.
Yeah.
Ready to go? Okay.
Ooh, music.
Indeed. So, the hut has shifted back into the altered city of Atlas in the alternate reality of Aya, escaping from the Shadow Veil, and after saving Armstrong, you guys have retreated back to the Magi, who gives no argument, no nothing, sends you back, sends everyone back to safety, essentially. And if you return to the altered city of Atlas, exhausted from not only a planar shift, but a reality shift, as everyone is now standing within the hut. A long rest has been completed. Everyone has been fully healed, and here you are. You kind of see at this point the Magi like hunch over their crystal, as they've done everything in their power to shift you all back over here. And you just kind of see his draped figure look around and just goes, "Is everyone okay? We didn't leave anyone, right?"
No, it doesn't look like it.
I do not
we're
think so.
fine.
He just falls back on the chair and just says, "I never want to come back to that place again." Ugh.
Aye, I'll drink to that. And I uncork my rum and drink it.
And once again, your taste buds muted by the no longer satisfied by the stinging alcohol.
Blast it all!
So now we know for sure.
Absolutely. The Magi will turn over as you scream and drink, and we'll just state, "I have other drinks as well. I'm pretty sure I've got an old wine somewhere."
What was that drink from, oh my god, what was his name? The green guy. He had like some crazy
strong
like
one.
liquor from another dimension.
Rageweed or something? Rageweed ale or whatever?
No, I mean,
right.
I mean, there's like Dragon's Breath. Gosh.
Was it
I don't-
dragon something?
And I that was a long time ago. I'd have to look it back up. We've got Yankee Firewater. Someone said that's I know that sounds
was
like
it.
one.
That was it.
Oh,
Yep,
from the
100%.
Astral Veil. Oh, I know you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll ask him if he's got any of that.
Sorry, I'm not familiar with such a thing. Came from the Astral. Funny enough, I've never actually traveled there. Maybe one day I should, if I'm even permitted to go to such a place. Spirits and vessels clearly can't be on the same. Well, all right, have a good one. As he just watches Ayla walk upstairs.
Ayla has shit to do.
The door opens and you just kind of see Manda just turn around, sort of surprised, and her eyes open wide and says, her eyes open wide in sort of shock and surprise, and it settles down. A smile appears over her face and says, "It seems you survived."
Yes, we made it. But we're still one person short.
She tilts her head a little bit. Who are you missing?
Leighton, I know that we've asked this of you so many times, but do you think that there's a way we could try to send a message to him? I think he's in Asmodia somewhere, but we don't know, to be honest.
Over in your reality. Well, I suppose I could scry. I did have a couple of questions for him. And then you will see her reach down to pull out a sword that appears to be immortality, but it seems ancient and rusted over as she slams it
That's
down
his
to the
sword?
table. He left it to me for safekeeping. And after a little bit of work, it just began to deteriorate in my hand. This is a fake, she says, looking up to you.
Fake?
She
He
nods.
gave you a fake.
I had a few questions myself. I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't even aware of it. He didn't seem like the deceptive type, nor would there be a reason to give me, holding up the weapon again, a fake blasted blade. Slams it down as you just see broken chunks of sword and rust just scatter across the table.
It could be a funny trick.
You examined it the first time. Couldn't you tell it was a fake then?
She, for the first time, is kept to herself as she's quiet, staring forward a little bit, as she takes a deep breath, reluctantly, and turns over to you. I couldn't tell.
Huh.
Captain Layton is many things, but is he deceitful? Not in my experience.
She
When would
shakes
he
her
have
head.
even... I don't remember a time when he would have gotten a second sword. Especially one that
Or
looks
why-
exactly like it.
And I don't know any reason why he would want to give a fake sword if he thought he was going to get it upgraded.
It's puzzling, isn't it? I have a couple questions for the captain myself, then. Not in anything accusatory, no, but, probably if there's information that maybe he's not even aware of. I had some suspicions, but this is just odd as you look at the deteriorating sword.
You think that you can scry and find out where he is? If he's on our plane?
She nods reluctantly a little bit and says, I'm going to need some time, young man. There's been quite a lot
Right.
that I've been doing, especially keeping a certain nosy wizard out of your business. Staring at Alis this time.
Nosy wizard?
Guardian, perhaps?
Malcolm?
Looks at Alis again.
The headmistress, probably.
She nods.
Wait, the headmistress was here.
She shakes her head. No, but... And then she'll pull out your adoption papers.
She's looking for us.
And she nods. Fortunately, the reality magics here makes it incredibly difficult to find you. I would imagine in quite some time, she may even potentially know that you're not even in the same reality. But I believe she is puzzled. But she seems to be frantically looking. The papers, the music that's on it, it sings of rather...
The music? What do you mean?
She chuckles a little bit. Scrying to me, it's... Everyone has a different way of interpreting a scry. And it could be a visual thing, it could be a feeling. For me, it's a sort of a melody. Sounds, tunes. Music.
See.
And when something is extremely disturbing, extremely vibrant, well, the music is rather loud and obnoxious. And she stares at the papers in disgust.
Seems we better get rid of them sooner rather than later.
She will nod. I can destroy this very easily now if you wish me to do so. Unless there's something else you had in mind.
No, I can't think of anything I'd want more.
Then I am very interested in disposing of these papers. I shall keep them here, of course, while doing it. I wouldn't take it anywhere near your reality. She would probably find you in a moment. You would not be safe, boy.
I'll nod. Thank you, Manda.
She looks over and her disgruntled face just kind of softens a little bit. Clearly she's not anxious or scared. She's annoyed at the constant scrying effects that's done with these papers. above board. Compare it to back in the day where someone would call you to see if they're home, not leave a message, and then call back again. Just frequently,
see, yeah.
constantly. You just get
Right.
like, God,
Aren't
take
you
the
gonna get
hit.
the picture? I'm not gonna answer the phone.
Yep. That's pretty much, that's the feeling that Manda has right now over
Right.
just someone constantly
Gotcha.
trying to scry at these papers. She just knows someone's trying to do it. And she'll look at the rest of you and kind of size up Armstrong at that point in time. How are you doing, old man?
Been better, but glad to be back.
Glad to see that you're alive. All this talk the Magi had of the shadow made it sound like a death sentence. But if anyone was going to survive it, it would be the lot of you.
Aye, things were looking rather bleak for a while.
She'll nod. You're not returning there anytime soon, are you?
We have no plans to.
He just kind of looks around nervously.
And she'll nod at that point in time. It's at this point you will see a tear form over here on the streets as this sort of like lingering, almost ooze like shadow energy begins to pour forth from it. And Manda's eyes just open wide at that point as she states, "And what exactly is that?"
We don't know.
Is it a bad guy?
Prepare yourself just in case. And from the shadowy tear, as it seals immediately, Leighton steps forth.
Leighton!
As a sigh of relief, just relief falls over Manda at that point.
Come, Leighton!
I give him a big old bear hug.
Leighton, you're alive.
Leighton, you have just returned back from Asmodia after bearing witness to the birth of Asmodeus. You are now back at the altered city of Atlas, able to quickly shift and teleport over. What do you do, Leighton?
I think Leighton kind of like solemnly looks around and like just kind of like gives everyone a pretty grim glare, and then he walks over to Kyron and picks Kyron up by the arm and like kind of like brings Kyron close to his face, and he just whispers, "Hit me."
Kyron does not hesitate at all, and she slugs him in the face.
He drops Kyron. Oh, okay. Thank God, this is real. I'm here. Pain, I'm good. I'm not in the shadow realm.
Do you need another one?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I don't know where I've been. It's been a long. Leighton looks over at Mando and just goes, week, month, year, day?
She raises an eyebrow and shrugs. I'm unfamiliar with what you were taken to this strange shadow place. I have questions for you. And she points over the rusted blade.
Alis will walk over to Leighton and sort of grab his arm really firmly and look at him and go, "You're here. Everything's fine, or at least I think it is."
Leighton realizes Armstrong. I never found Armstrong. Armstrong. Oh no, I failed. Oh, I failed. Oh,
Right here.
I failed.
I'm right here,
I
friend.
failed our captain. I went to the different world and
He can't see me.
oh.
Leighton, stop
Chiron punched him
moving.
again. Chiron just slugs him in the face one more time.
Alis will try to like point his body at Armstrong.
Yeah, Armstrong's like, oh, good idea, and I'll punch him.
Luna comes over and like grabs one of each of their hands and like brings them together and says, "Look."
Oh. Wait. You're here. Did I not go to Asmodia? Did I not go to the Shadow Realm? Have I just been in a coma this whole time? Oh.
We
You
got
were
him
all
back.
in the shadow. We went in looking for the both of you.
Oh.
Hey,
We
Leighton,
went
where
in
have
and
you
weren't
been?
There.
You were gone by the time we got there.
Leighton like reaches into his book or his cloak and pulls out a book and opens it and realizes where he is. Atlas, I'm back. We're back. The crew is back. The crew is back. We made it back, everyone. Leighton like
Chiron's
run.
super concerned.
Leighton like runs over and like picks up Alis and like puts him on his shoulder and is like, "We did it. We're the best. Everyone's safe. No one's hurt, I think." And then Leighton like looks over to Sahani and goes, "Who are you? What's going on?"
Which one is the captain? There are two old ones.
They're both
Normally
the
it's
captain.
the old.
This is. Sorry. go ahead.
Alis will like try to like get off of him, but realizes he's very high up and gives up and kind of gestures to Zahani and says, "This is Zahani. He's part of our crew now."
Sahani, you have a very familiar smell to you.
Do I? I smell
Clayton.
myself.
Do you remember when we fought Big Giant Baby? There were two apes. One was me.
Monkey!
That's him. Yes, the other one was him.
Monkey!
You
Leighton's
were
like
there.
pointing at Sahani over and over again, just going, "Monkey! Monkey! Huge monkey! You were very strong, monkey! Yes! Yes!"
Touch
And like,
monkey very well.
Leighton comes over and like massages Sahani's arms and is like, "Yes! Strong monkey! Yes!"
You are nice.
Is he all right?
I don't
need-
think so.
I like him.
He's
We
acting
need-
weird, right? This is more
He's
than.
not normally like this.
Aye, stranger than usual.
Ah,
We need more. We need more monkeys! Friend, do you have any more monkey friends?
I do. You are all my friends. That is all that is left, really.
We need a monkey empire. Mando, summon the monkeys!
She just raises her eyebrow and she's just like, is there something amiss? What's wrong with you?
We have to fight!
Leighton,
She looks around.
what happened when you were there? Where did you go?
I know what I need. Whiskey!
Aye, now you're thinking.
And I'll hand him a bottle. If he can see me, I still don't even know if he knows Armstrong's there.
Leighton, without even hesitating, grabs the whiskey and opens it, and then like looks through it like it's a eyeglass, and just slowly tries to like angle it so it doesn't turn into ash into his mouth. Just slowly, like it tries to touch his lips.
As it touches your lips, the sting of whiskey, it just immediately numbs your lips as you can feel the burning on your tongue.
Oh, I'm home. Oh, I'm home. Leighton like relaxes and falls into like Armstrong and Zahani's arms with like Alis on his shoulder, just like almost like stage diving off of a concert, just like leans back and is like, ah.
There's a good lad. Everything's gonna be fine. Just calm down.
Armstrong like rubs his back.
Yeah. Alis will like pat his hat. Can I get down now?
Yes, everyone can get down.
Seems
Get down.
a bit ominous.
Leighton kips up to his feet and just realizes like there's so much to explain but doesn't know where to start.
Leighton, why don't you just sit for a moment?
So much death. So much death. Oh. Leighton like looks at Manda and just goes, you said you had some questions for me.
Are you prepared for it? I mean, do you need some time? We can talk later.
Leighton looks around, finishes the rest of the whiskey, breaks the bottle and goes, yeah, I'm good.
More to clean up,
She says, muttering under her
Alis
breath.
looks deeply concerned.
Kyron takes a step back.
So he takes a step forward. He loves this guy.
Leighton, you gave me your weapon to upgrade, correct?
I did. But Leighton like pulls Immoral from his back and just goes, did you send it to me?
She shakes her head as she holds up a rusted replica of Immortal.
This is the
Wait,
weapon.
so it just...
This is the weapon you handed me.
It must be bound to me.
You can't leave it. That makes sense.
That means that if I want Manda to fix it and upgrade it, I need to be with her.
She shrugs a little bit and nods.
I guess so. But the thing is, the weapon that you gave me, even with my trained eye and my many of lifetimes as a blacksmith, I can smell and see a fake. And I thought you handed me the genuine article. You fooled me, Leighton.
Whoa. Just to be clear, I did no deceiving, friend.
She holds up her hand at that point in time and shakes it and says,
I wasn't accusing you of such. But you handed me a weapon that I genuinely thought was your sword.
No, I think
it was a sword.
I think it was his sword. I think that the second he left, it duplicated itself. It left sort of a shade behind.
Maybe.
she says as she kind of like scratches at her chin at that point.
Maybe. I'm uncertain of what had happened, but that could be a theory. Anyways, I wasn't sure if you're aware of it, but you seem to be especially connected to that blade.
Leighton turns around to the rest of the crew and just kind of starts to open up about what happened. When Armstrong went through the portal, I dove right in after him. Armstrong, where did you go?
Well, I'm not sure how to answer that. I woke up in that shadowy veil with the accursed kobold scum trying to possess me own body.
Oh yeah, he's dead now, by the way.
I crushed his head.
Leighton does like a finger snap. Like, damn it! I wanted to do that. And then Leighton looks to Sahani and goes, "Did you do it as a monkey?"
Yes, it is my favorite.
Leighton with the biggest smile on his face and goes, "Monkey, you and I are going to be best friends."
I am excited.
When I dove into the portal to save Armstrong, I went to the Shadow Realm, but I went to like a different version of it, or a different region of it. I went to a place called Asmodia, but it was like a shadow of Asmodia, like a former place of itself, like a darker world of what used to be humanity. And there were souls everywhere. Dozens of wandering souls that needed to be ferried. Leighton takes out a moral. I have gotten a lot stronger because I've absorbed these souls, but it was as if something was forcing me to, as if something was telling me to do it. Leighton looks down and starts to gently rub the book that he got from Bryn. I made some friends along the way. And in doing so, I was then transferred to proper Asmodia. And there, something worse, something scary. A demon. Perhaps even a demon king. I found this gentleman with a scepter that was ruby red, and he was creating chaos. Bodies everywhere, souls everywhere. And he threatened me. And he gave me a chance to leave everything behind, let him walk away to do his bidding. But Leighton starts to feel a very angry, you can tell that a shift in his body is changing. No one threatens me and gets away with it. Whatever that demon thing was, Demetrius. Did I ruin the name, Brett? I'm sorry.
Well, the demon renamed himself as Modius.
Asmodeus, that's what it is.
Or the devil, rather.
The devil.
Mm-hmm.
Its name was Asmodeus. And it made it seem like it was going to take over everything. Space baby be damned. War master be damned. Asmodeus knows. Asmodeus knows about our adventures.
How is that possible? Who is he?
The Deep One.
Armstrong's face just goes white.
You met the Deep One?
The Deep One? The one that we've been sidestepping this whole time?
One who supposedly has Armstrong's soul even now.
Rum's parrot?
Goes by Asmodeus now. So I do what I do best. And I told him to prepare for the match of his life. Because pretty soon, it's going to be me and Asmodeus fighting it out for the fate of the world.
Oh, don't you think for a second I won't be there right by your side.
Oh yes, can I please help?
Wait,
Didn't
hold
we
on.
just fight something that was, really big and scary? Space baby.
I mean, we beat
Are we
it.
doing this again?
We can beat her.
Can we back up for a moment? What happened to your friends that you made in the Shadow Vale?
Leighton starts to
Could they not come with you?
These friends, well, I don't know how to say this, friends, but you all know that Immortal is tied to me and that I am the Reaper of Souls, if you will. But my role as the Reaper is growing. The friends that I made were no longer with us. They were wandering souls of Asmodia. And they're in here. He shows Immortal. In fact, I have a lot more friends in here. 38 to be precise.
Oh my gosh, Leighton.
Asmodeus plans to wipe everything out. They believe to be a king that does not need to listen to anyone's rules but their own, promising peace and justice, but at the behest of killing thousands of people. That is not a kingly thing to do. So I challenged him to a fight, and he knows. He knows we're coming. Leighton reaches into his pocket and pulls out like a little like leather armband and like wraps it around his arm, and like it's like a wristband essentially, and just goes, I hope you all like shows, because we're going to put on one cool wrestling match.
Always wrestling with you.
What is wrestling?
Oh, Monkey, you're going to love it. I'm going to teach you so many cool things.
Wrestling is cool.
Very cool.
Chiron rubs her temples.
We don't know how strong he is. We don't know how much help we're going to need. We can't just run into a fight.
He barely made it out of the last fight alive.
The boy's right. This being is too powerful. But it does fear me. Leighton kind of like points a finger around. It's afraid of me. And you put me and like slowly points over to Zahani and a monkey. Kinda can't stop us, I feel.
We can beat him.
You know, Monkey Boy here. If I could promote him, I would. He'd be my first mate for sure.
Are you sure he's afraid of you? Or have you perhaps got it a little twisted?
Armstrong, in the time that we've been together, every time we come up against something way larger than life, they always threaten me as if I'm the one that's going to suddenly get a chance to walk away. Why do I need to walk away? I need to start threatening people with conviction. You need to walk away. Leighton like impersonates pointing at an invisible person. I am the scary one. Rawr, rawr.
Luna kind of looks over at Alis, concerned.
I think when Leighton takes a moment to really look at Alis, he somehow, for some reason, it doesn't matter why, for some reason he looks a little bit older, and the really stern look on his face, he looks older than he did the last time that Leighton saw him. And I think he sighs. Says, Leighton, you know I'll help you with anything, especially if it's going to help a lot of other people, but you have to stop pretending that you're invincible, and you have to stop pretending that you can do everything on your own or that you don't need more help. You literally ran into a vortex after him, and then just the three of us had to try and find the both of you. We could have done that all together as a team, and I'm furious with you, honestly, for leaving us when you didn't have to.
You pushed us out of the way. At the time, Alis was in, he was investigating something beyond some other place, and you guys disappeared, and we had no idea what was going on. I felt like we had nothing to go off of, and I can't even believe that we're all back together again. But I agree with Alis. We have to do this together, and you can't leave us in the dark like that.
You left us without a captain. We already lost one. Now we finally have you two back, and you want us to ship off immediately and try to fight some giant devil thing?
Well, it's not a terrible idea.
You understand what I mean, right? He's looking right at Leighton.
Aye. Look, you're all family. You're all that I have. My life has come and gone. I've seen the best and the worst. I dove in after Armstrong to save him because I wanted to make sure that you had at least one captain to come back to. I've lived my life, but I'm here to live yours. I'm here to unite and bring us and protect us. And I know it was stubborn, and I know that it was dangerous. But sometimes you don't have time to think. You just have to move. I went with my heart. I went with my gut.
Not to make this too personal, but if you're going to say to me that you want to be my father, you better not be saying that your life is over, that you've lived it already. And you better not leave me behind with no explanation. Ever again. Do you understand me?
Leighton, kind of is shocked to his core and just kind of nods solemnly. I'm sorry. But it doesn't change the fact that there's something coming. I'm not saying we need to just pony up and go to war, but something is in fact coming. Whether we like it or not.
Right. Then we better get to figuring it out. We need to know what this thing is, and we need to know where it is, and we need to know if there's anyone we can count on to help us.
We haven't been back to our ship in I don't even know how long.
Manda, how long were we in the Shadow Vale?
She looks over and thinks to herself, only a matter of days. You haven't been gone long.
That's good. Didn't know if time operated differently. All right, so we go back to the ship, and then catch everyone else up. And see what we can do from there, I suppose.
And will you fill us in on what this new threat is, and so we can have the best chance, like the most information?
I will try, but I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of it wrong.
You're free to clarify whatever you want, Gerard. If you have any questions, or if you just if you're ever like, hey, what was that thing that happened? I'm more than happy to clarify it for you.
I just don't want to get the lore wrong. That's all.
I got you. Yeah. Just feel free to. Yeah, you can always ask for clarification.
Cool.
All right. So you guys are planning to return to your ship. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna need some time to get some things together then. Get those maps ready for you guys, because I thought you were going from our previous conversation in a little bit of a different direction, but that's okay. So
Pirates never do what we say we're gonna do.
No, it's fine, but unfortunately, it does mean I have to take some time just to restructure a couple of things, and I also need to use the restroom. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I will be right back. Okay?
Well, hold on 1 second.
Hold on. I still need to use the bathroom. So if you guys want to talk it over, yeah. I'm holding. I'll be right back. Okay? If you guys want to plot away.
Sure.
Yeah, do whatever you guys want to do. I'll be right back. All right, be right back, guys. I gotta use the bathroom really bad. BRB. All right, I'm back. Second, please.
Yeah, Linda,
All right, I'm back.
Cartographer. Hi, you muted us and people were roasting us like, wow, they never shut up. This is how rare.
Wow. No, I have some parties that prefer to be muted and some parties that don't prefer to be muted, so I get them mixed up all the time. Anyway, yeah, so what are you all planning on doing?
We were wondering, well, I think one of the questions is like, how time sensitive is this? Because I remember before you gave us all like side quest option things through Manda, but I don't know if the big fight is time sensitive or if we have to make a decision.
As far as time sensitive goes, you kind of have to look at this as if it was a situation happening in real life. Currently, depending on the above board lore, Asmodeus, just to recap from what's happened last session, the Deep One has now surfaced to the Prime Plane,
wiping out all life in the kingdom of Asmodeus, and has taken taken the vessel, the body of Lord Demetrius Asmodea II, effectively becoming Asmodeus, and is now on the Prime Plane as essentially a threat where now devils are free to roam Io's Prime Plane. Obviously, if left unattended, this will have I don't want to use the word consequences. What's the word that I wanted to?
A ripple effect on the world.
It will. It'll have a ripple effect on Io, but specifically a ripple of how Phase 3 looks, which it takes place 1,000. Yeah, it'll have an impact in Io in the future, and the future phase as well. So ramifications. That's also a good one. It is obviously a threat, but as a party, you are not required to do anything at all. You're free to be like, well, later, and go ahead and do something else. So that is ultimately up to you and what you would like to do. On an above board note, however, Phase 2 will wrap up by December's end. So once 2021 wraps up, Phase 2 also wraps up, and the stories are done at that point in time. So
Okay.
whatever has been left done or undone at that point will ripple on to Phase 3, with everything that's happening over on that end. But ultimately, it is up to you what you'd like to do. Io has no rails. It has no forceful push into whatever direction you want to go. You're free to do whatever it is you wish to do. Currently, you have a direct link to Asmodea through a recall of Leighton. However, if you do decide to depart back to your ship, that will be severed, and if you wish to return to Asmodea, you will simply have to return by ship, which means it'll be several months' travel at that point. So the choices you make now will depend on, ultimately, what happens within the future.
I mean, here's the reality. We are, if this thing has the most HP in IO, right? Like, this is a big boy. As much as I love Sahani, I don't think we have enough manpower to go in there and bop this kid.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I will. So obviously, with an above board information of the thing that I want to give you, in game, I will let you know that you did feel an overwhelming amount of power from this creature. Obviously, the choice that you are going to make at this point in time is not an easy one. Simply put, that's just that is the unfortunate fact of it all, is that no matter what choice you make, it's going to be challenging and it's going to be difficult.
Right.
I'm toying with the idea of just having Leighton take Armstrong, just the two of them, and Armstrong demanding his soul back, because I'm pretty sure he went back on our deal. But that could end poorly.
That will
Yeah,
definitely.
I don't think any of us would let you do that. I think that would, after the conversation we just had, would be like a huge deal breaker for a lot of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really
take the time you need.
I mean, how do I describe this? This feels like we need to wrap up our state of affairs in our current realm, which is deal with the witch lady that's hunting Alis. We have to deal with Asmodeus. So it seems like as many options as we have. How do we have? We need to smooch Nick. We need to smooch that bread boy. Definitely on our list.
if you're asking, how are we expected to tie all these loose ends? Ultimately, some ends will not be included.
Yeah.
And it's up to you what your priority as a party is.
I will say, I do think that if in the end we don't go back to our ship, it would be really sad because this campaign is called the Misdemeanor.
I agree. And honestly,
not that the crew isn't the most important part of the ship or anything, but like, I think symbolically, imagery wise, I need us to go back. To the ship,
we haven't seen we haven't been on our ship since we defeated the space baby.
I've never seen it still.
Up to you.
We're pirates and crew by name, but not by boat.
As a party, you ultimately have to choose.
We're not going to go fight Asmodeus right now.
No, we are not.
So then we're going back to the ship.
I do think that potentially an option might be bear with me as I work through this. But like, if somebody is able to get to Atlas from Asmodia that isn't one of us, we would be able to hop a ride with them. But currently we don't know anybody like that, and I don't know if anybody like that exists. But like, it doesn't have to be one of us. We can hitch a ride with somebody else if that opportunity presents itself.
Sorry, repeat that again.
What?
You didn't. I believe you got some work done so that the ship itself is more effective, able to sail through there. So it will still take quite some time to get to Asmodia.
We left Nicholas all alone with Wood Gnome on a flying ship.
Goodness gracious.
Wasn't there also someone else on the ship too?
Well, Shen died, right?
Correct.
And
yeah.
Who's the other person that was on our crew? Not Shen.
I mean, we invited Orc Boy, but I don't think he actually joined us. Correct?
Was that Ushwin?
Yeah, Ushwin was only around for like that one arc. So, it like, the way that I'm kind of feeling about it is that the main overarching story of Misdemeanor has always pointed at the Deep One. The Deep One has always been like a recurring presence almost. So it's like, if we turned on it and didn't do something about it, then
I think
it wouldn't be a closed thread, you know?
I
we're
totally
gonna do
agree.
something about it.
I think that it should be our focus, even just because we all agreed and decided whatever we got to do to help Armstrong get his soul back, that's what we're gonna do. But
so it would be kind of weird now that we have an actual lead and an actual like face to put to the Deep One, if we all just like turned tail and was like, ha, good luck with that, as soon as we saw what we were up against, because we all already knew that it was going to be like big bad. So theoretically, I know it's not like a giant event or whatever, but Manda has messaging or whatever and could put out like a giant bulletin of like, hey, want to save the world? And just have it be like a pseudo event and just be like, yo, hello, help.
Yeah, maybe like this could be our call to arms.
Yeah, like it could literally be a call to arms, and within the time that it takes us to get from our ship to Asmodia again, it could be spent gathering up manpower until we get there, in which we could come back to Atlas, grab everyone, and then it would be like a little...
Oh my god. We come to Atlas, anybody who's down, we just fucking TP everybody to the ship.
Yes.
That
Exactly.
would be fucking incredible.
Exactly. It would be like a giant call to arms.
Yeah, we could totally like Suikoden this up and like go around and pick people up and then have people gather in Atlas and like actually go with a huge force. That would be really cool.
That would be tight. Yes.
A lot of people have their own link to Atlas. Like if Manda sends out a message, then all they would have to do is to have an appointed time, in which case we can always come back and organize it with Manda.
Yeah. And we know the goblins are gonna ignore it, so there's that.
Not unless we phrase it right.
Hey, do you not want to save the world? You should go everywhere but Asmodia to save the world. And then they'll go to Asmodia. It'll work.
The other option that we have, and our little low-key side boy we never really thought about, was we still have Scrum somewhere. He's on the ship.
He's on the ship, yeah.
Scrum, theoretically, because he's connected to the Deep One, could be our guiding compass to the Deep One. If we can figure out a way to like use him as a compass, like we already know that the Deep One knows where we are all the time. So whenever we go do things, like especially now,
technically, you also know where the Deep One is now. He's in the ruins of Asmodia.
I guess that's true too, but I guess in my mind,
just
like
a question of whether he's gonna go anywhere else or not.
Yeah, like like I imagine Asmodia is the beginning, but eventually he's gonna want to go everywhere and take over everything.
I guess a potential. Since Brett's all into us like creating our own spells and magic shit, like could attempt to figure out how to Uno reverse card Scrum to spy on the Deep One with Scrum.
I like that. We never severed the connection, right?
We didn't. No, the connection's still there. Alis made a lot lot of Arcana checks that were bad with a capital B.
Maybe we could do a little know you.
Now. I learned how to
I tried that. It doesn't work.
Oh, that's right. You tried to talk.
Yeah, I tried that. It doesn't work.
I forgot about that. Yeah. He just switched at
because he's not like a standard beast.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He has his own language.
While all this is happening, can we do stuff to like power ourselves up too? Like, I don't know. To I guess I don't know if we can still level at this point, but is there anything we can do to get
still
stronger?
Plenty of threats that you can face off. Manda still has the bounty board, and if you'd like to dedicate sessions into leveling your own characters, you're free to do so.
Was it Manda crafting us some stuff?
Let me go ahead and check real quick on the notes side. Did you... Give me 1 second, please. I believe there was at some point, I think your a tooth weapon was being made, correct?
It's
been quite some time, unfortunately, so I'll just need some moments to like actually see everything.
I feel like there were, and we requisitioned some other gear or something.
Yeah. All right. So let's see what we got here. Turning immortal into a gunblade, the Kraken dagger, and yes, that's it. I think those are the only two things.
My glovies.
What are your glovey requests? I unfortunately don't have them as a note.
They were gloves that Alis can wear to like make lightning and thunder damage more powerful.
Ah, yes. Okay, so
she took a mold of my hand, dude. It was terrifying.
Ah, yes, I remember now. Sorry. All right. Let's see. Lightning gloves. Make it more. I think they're gonna count as a magic weapon. Is that correct?
Yeah, that was the idea.
Okay.
So that he has like attack of opportunity options and things like that.
Okay. Give me 1 second. All right. We got that. And wait, what did you say? Attack of opportunity? Can you please repeat that again?
Oh, I currently don't have anything set as like a melee weapon. So it was to give me an option for like just attack damage for attacks of opportunity and things like that.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah, because I know we have the magic weapon here. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and list that over in the notes there. Lightning gloves, I'll see what we have there and I'll check that. That'll require a little more work, but we can get that done before next session. The dagger, I have all the information for as well. We'll go ahead and add that as complete. We'll add the gloves as complete. If you're looking for, so you're looking for essentially a melee weapon, is that correct? Almost like a cestus. Okay. Yeah,
that uses like lightning or thunder damage.
Right. Okay. So this will probably
That's my
be
bread and butter.
All right, so magic weapon that deals lightning damage. Magic melee weapon. Okay, I'll try and gather the notes to see what we've got there, because I know there was a lot that was moving around when it came to that. But yes, there are other creatures that you were able to fight. If you would like to go ahead and send a ping to all those that have been attuned to Atlas, you're free to do so. Whether people call to your aid or not, ultimately, is up to the parties, as as we have seen before with Cosmokara. The ones that are currently attuned to Atlas are the ones that joined during the Chamber of the Eight campaign, Goblins of Io, as well as Spire of Euclid, are the parties that are currently attuned to Atlas. In addition, you still have the fallen heroes scattered across Io that can also be used as a way to empower yourself and potentially bring aid from the fallen heroes to your side as well.
I think that's a great idea. We should do that.
Get stronger and have an extra ally.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and Sterling, Sterling as well is an ally there. So, from what Leighton has seen, Asmodeus is a powerful creature, an entity simply known as the Deep One, with deatic-like strength that is currently within the vessel, and
the message can be like, "Hey, homies, y'all want to kill a god? Meet us at this latitude and longitude on this day. It's gonna be lit," and then write the word "dabs" underneath.
Yes, there it is. If you'd like to go ahead and type the message in Misdemeanor, I'll be happy to ping it over in our general chat to all those that are attuned to Atlas, and whoever wishes to.
Can we write that after session?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You don't need that right now.
Cool.
Okay. So the next question is, what is your very next step? Are you returning back to the Misdemeanor? Are you what exactly?
Go back to Brisbane, yeah.
Go back to Brisbane and then do what? What is your
and then go to the
next?
ship.
Yeah, what is your next objective? So I know exactly what you guys are doing for the next session.
Yeah, get to the ship.
Back to our ship, yeah.
And looks like we're I mean, if we're going to Asmodia, we will have to go through the Serpent Smile, but
yep.
Yo, we still tapping Malcolm and getting him killed or what?
Oh my god.
Well, yeah,
we have
Malcolm.
Malcolm's still in town just waiting for us, I think.
Yeah.
We would have to go back and find out.
He has ominous book. Just
he does have
that out
ominous
there, too.
book that Alis is really squinty about.
Indeed.
Yeah. Alis would want to at least like see if Malcolm's still interested in coming.
Okay. So why don't we do this? I'm just trying to like narrow our scope here. Why don't we start to make our Manda can go ahead and put out the APB for the homies. Let them know, hey, we could use your help. We'd love to have you. And in the meantime, we'll go ahead and go get the ship. We know where Asmodia is. We have to go through Serpent Smile. We've got upgrades. I say we go get Malcolm, see if he wants to join us, and if not, later, dude. And then we go get our ship and that whole thing. Once we get our ship, I think that's when we can kind of go, great. Do we want to recruit homies? Do we want to find some more gear? Like I just, my whole thing is that I just don't know we don't know how powerful this thing is, and so we either need
exactly.
we either need resources or we need research.
So ultimately, next session, you'll have the ship already in your possession if you guys return back to Brisbane. You'll be able to get the crew together. You'll be able to get your ship. You'll be able to sail immediately with the upgrades that you have requested. Once you have your ship, though, what is it that you guys would like to do? Are you heading straight to Asmodia? Are you looking to empower yourselves?
Probably like some of the ancient heroes, right? That would be very helpful.
I was gonna say we could. I mean, Alis knows exactly where Wazy is, so we could shout Sterling and be like, "Yo, let's do this."
Currently, you know the location of 2 heroes. You have,
right, that's true.
You have Wazy over in the continent of Kathos, which would require crossing through the Serpent Smile, or a simple airship ride to the the Arcane Academy, where Oswin is located. The only threatening part is currently, from what Manda has told you and from what you understand, the headmistress and Archmagister of Brisbane is currently in play, actively looking for Alis. And as you continue to,
can we like kill them or?
That is up to you.
Technically, we could. But
I forgot about her. She's got to die.
Would Zahani know where Theo is?
Which would help.
Zahani would know where Theo is, so you do know the location of 3 heroes.
I feel like, personally, I feel as though distance from the Arcane Academy would be wisest. And besides that,
I agree.
Above board, we should probably focus on the ones where, you know, the player will will be available, which would be Theo and Wazy.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
That would be our priorities, because we don't know if Oswin's player would actually be on board to help anyway.
What, to get his character? He's definitely interested.
He's definitely
I mean,
definitely is, but
I mean, like, on board with Devil Fight, essentially.
Right. I mean, we can always ask him, but yeah, I think
I don't know.
In terms of like our campaign, I agree with you that it makes the most sense to just like go for R2, and even in story, it is absolutely best to not be near the academy if this bitch is looking for us. So.
All right, so you're from what I understand correctly, because also you'll be given the trade routes past the Serpent Smile, which are the safest areas through the Serpent Smile. That is Brisbane, essentially military secrets that are being given to you as part of the reward. The cross to the Serpent Smile will not be as deadly or as threatening as it was when you were just essentially brute forcing your way through the Serpent Smile itself. So just so that I am in understanding, your next objective that you would like to do is reclaim your ship, go through the Serpent Smile, head back to the northern Kathos, where the location of Wazy is. Also, aka back to the old stronghold that you found Sterling. Back to the keep. That is correct. You wish to go back there and reclaim Wazy?
I think it sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
I think we're just we're essentially, I think what we're trying to do is we're trying to assemble
absolutely
a misdemeanor final crew call. Like this is like the, hey, we got a ship, we've got a problem, join our crew and take down these bitches.
I mean, not only that, but like the fallen heroes are ancient god killers, basically.
Yeah.
And this is a god level threat, right? Might as well wake up some old god killers and get them to come with us.
Well, when it comes to the reclamation of Wazy, I know the people that were interested. Sterling was interested. Doki, who is the fallen hero that you guys have reawakened, was interested, which means Benji would be on board for saving Wazy as well, and you could try and make an argument or persuasion for that. I think Qua
and Qua was gonna come.
Qua was gonna go. Who's currently
Zahani's already
the
here.
goblins. Zahani, hey, Zahani's here.
Look at that.
So, you have the entire crew there. And if you could add at least 2 more people, which it sounds like you're able to, you will be able to take on the threat of Wazy specifically.
Also, I don't want to forget that I have the ability to bring on board Adriana, Tom, and Jules whenever I want, because
and when they're available,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, like right now, for instance.
So if they were interested in doing that, they are free to come as well, depending on their availability. But also keep in mind, they are level 5 heroes when they perished. So as far as that is concerned, and also once they get to 0 hit points, they are effectively returned back to the sword and are able to be called for a day. So they are they are able to assist. That is absolutely correct, but ultimately that is that's where their restrictions lie.
But I can buff them, Brett.
You can buff them. That is absolutely correct.
I can protect them.
I'm just giving you the facts, and then you're free to decide what you'd like at that point. Okay, so your next step, your next session objective: reclamation of the misdemeanor, the travel through the Serpent's Mile, which you would be able to do so, but essentially going back to Northern Kathos, so you were able to fight and face off against Wazy. Is that correct?
Yeah, sounds about right.
All right. So if we'll reach out to Mr. Joe Fudge, as well as Benji, and see if they are still interested and available. If they're still, or not interested, available. If they're still available, primarily. I know they were interested. But yes, if they are available to join at that point in time, then that will be your next. We can literally do that next session, if that works for everybody.
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay. Once Dodger comes back, there is something I have to do with Alis.
Huh?
But it depends on what's happening with Doogs. Let me see. I've got some messages I have to give to Dodger. That was sent by another player. But Dodger has stepped away, and I don't want to keep everyone on standby and waiting. But that will, then, if that is the plan, then that will wrap up today's session of the misdemeanor. Sorry about the short session. I planned for something, a direction that we were talking about, but I think I should have specified what are you doing next session, not what is the overall objective. So that's probably where I got confused. So
understandable.
My personal apologies for the shorter session. I planned inappropriately, but that's okay because now we have a future plan later. No rips, no, none of that, chat. I just hope you guys aren't disappointed by the smaller session.
No.
I liked it.
Good.
It's all good, man.
Yeah, good planning and everything.
Yes. All right, so then the next session will be... Yeah, Dodger's, I think Dodger's down for the count. So what we'll, I'll go ahead and send the messages over to Dodger offline. Sorry, Summer. I was trying to get these messages once you guys returned back to Atlas, but we had to get all this hammered out. Okay, so next session will be, if Joe Fudge and Benji are available next Saturday, will be, and it's gonna be a big fight then, the fight against Wazy. Fallen heroes are nothing to sneeze at. They're extremely powerful opponents, they're extreme. You're entering into dire threats, but emerging victorious against the fallen hero, depending on what Wazy decides to do. I love this. Look how far we've come. Yep. If you are able to survive this encounter, and if Ayla so decides it, you will be able to revive and return Wazy, from who is an old, as mentioned before, an old god slayer, one of the fallen heroes, who may even potentially be able to assist and help versus Asmodeus if you decide to switch out Alis over for Wazy. Also, completing this fight will earn you each a level up. This level up can be applied to your main class or your secondary class. Ultimately, up to you all how you'd like to do that. If you decide your main class, you will reach the cap of level 10. And the secondary class, you're able to get everything else. And yeah, this can potentially give you the boon that you're looking for. We will also be able to, at that point, reach out to other players of other parties to see if they are interested in engaging against Asmodeus. If no one, but here comes the dire path. If no one answers the call, what will this party do?
Go down swinging.
Yeah, that.
Probably.
You'll all take it on your
Yeah,
own.
the deep one doesn't sleep for anyone. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, let's just ignore the deep one. Let it just wipe out all of phase 3 right now. let's just splatoon it up real quick for Brett and his big universe and just walk away from the problem. Like, let's just no big deal. No big deal.
Hey,
Like I said, this whole campaign has been based around the deep one and like what the heck he's up to, and we've finally gotten there. We're finally here, staring at him literally in the face, and yeah, that would feel very unsatisfying if we didn't at least try.
He's like our bad guy.
Yeah, if you succeed or fail against Asmodeus, Io will keep spinning for phase 3, but the way that the world will be shaped will be ultimately changed. Whether you are successful against Asmodeus, or you ultimately fail. So that is, we'll see what happens at that point in time. All right. So since Dodger's still AFK, we will, let me go ahead and check something real quick. Great session. I'm glad you guys enjoyed. Ah, yes. I have some things to show off for you all. And then next session, I will have messages. So. Ooh, oh, that's really cool. All right, we got a couple of pieces of fan art that I can show you guys before we wrap up today's session. Ooh. Ooh, yes. Yes, indeed. Okay. So, this one was simply labeled, let me go back to what it was called, but essentially like how season 2 began, essentially.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And someone did fan art of Linda Philippa, which is absolutely awesome. The map maker, the map keeper.
Cute.
Oh, that's pretty.
It went very well. It went absolutely
Very
well.
pretty.
Absolutely there. So those are the pieces that were done today for Miss Demeanor. Really appreciated that. And yeah, did you guys, I know it was a shorter session today, but did you guys have fun?
Yeah,
Still
absolutely.
Fun. Good RP.
I felt like it was very productive.
Good. Good.
We
I'm
know
glad.
what we're doing.
I'm glad, and I'm glad you guys enjoyed yourselves as well. Next session should be much more eventful. Now that we know exactly what you guys are doing, you all will be facing off against one of the 8 fallen heroes, one of the God Slayers, which is, like as mentioned before, an extremely challenging event.
Probably
So
one of the scariest ones, if I remember.
this one is the scariest one, yes. Yes, because as Shane was actually in the party with Wazy, so Shane is definitely knowledgeable of what Wazy
was our scariest member.
Yes,
for sure.
What Wazy is capable of and what they're able to do. So yeah, Shane, feel free to let the party know what that might be. But that will be yeah, Misdemeanor's next session. So absolutely. All right, guys. Thank you so much. It was fun. We'll continue this next Saturday. Sound good?
Thank
Yay.
you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Thank you. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye now.
You too.
Later.
Friends.
Bye.
Hi, everybody. Sorry for the shorter session. That was my bad. I asked the party what they wanted to do, but I think the way I asked it, I think I accidentally asked it in more of a broad sense and not in a what are you guys doing next session sense. But that's okay, because sometimes we need their big plan. Unfortunate, it is what it is, dudes. Thank you to everyone who said apologies, and if you're saying unfortunate or you're upset today, then hey, sorry about that. Hope next session will be more productive for you, yeah? A little longer for you, yeah? Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate that very much. As a friendly reminder for those that like to backseat DM me and tell me what I need to be doing, if you can please not do that. The backseat DMing is distracting and a little challenging, so if you'd like to go ahead and DM your own campaign, you're free to do so, but kindly request you not do that for me. Any rules that are busted or broken, head on over to Rules Lawyer over at our IO Discord. Absolutely want to do that. Want to go over fishing mechanics for the rest of the allotted time? Nope. We're wrapping up today. So, Lopar, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Greatly appreciate that. Greatly appreciate that. Super productive and great session overall. Excited to see what happens next. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. No backstating, okay? Now we had a couple of people who were like, what about this? Are you going to do this? It's like, don't backseat DM. It was still a good session, even though it was a shorter one. But I really do, it was enjoyable. It was good to see exactly what was happening. So, if you'd like to go ahead and support the World of IO, head on over to our Patreon. Our Patreon contains maps, MP3s, all sorts of things. Love the session? Yeah, I liked it too. I felt like both sessions this week were just plan and prep sessions, so both felt really short. So I'm feeling drained. You know? But I think next week's gonna be more eventful all around. Yeah, it's gonna be eventful all around. It's gonna be really good. Also good to see the team is there. Absolutely. But yeah, head on over to our IO Discord. ! Discord. Head on over to our Patreon. Get some merch with ! merch. Also want to take the opportunity to thank Twitching Pickle, Lopar Panda, Chaos King, Wiry Traveler, Connor on DVD, Eagle Wolf, Why Not Gemology, Wiggles, Baker Staunch, Alias Kate Lisa, and Starter Pack. Thank you guys so much for coming. I greatly appreciated that. Very, very much. Thank you for everyone who supports Patreon as well. Helps me out tremendously. Goblins and MG seems like next week will be crazy. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I got some prep for this week. Then yeah, head on over to our Discord, ! Discord. Thank you to everyone who subscribed today. Appreciate your love and support. You guys are wonderful and amazing. Someone asked, why are they fighting the Deep One? I mean, the Deep One essentially has been the one that's been manipulated behind the scenes and has been kind of like the underlying threat for the misdemeanor. The Deep One has currently taken form into a human body by the name of Asmodeus, who is a very typical D&D lord. Asmodeus is a very big bad. But from what Leighton saw, Asmodeus is also a dire threat. So they want to get everything they can to fight this guy, essentially. And for whatever reasons they are fighting for, ultimately, it could be for the benefit of Io. Because of a devil race is sort of continuing to pass through and fight, then yikes. Yikes, you know what I mean? Could be a bit problematic. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap up. My bro told me OG Asmodeus doesn't have a stat bar, but he's that powerful. Well, IO Asmodeus will be different than anyone else's Asmodeus. Absolutely. Don't want devils roaming the prime plane. whether the devils inhabit the shadow or inhabit Io. It will be ultimately up to our phase 2 party members. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna wrap it up, and I'm gonna relax for the weekend. Thank you again, once again, for your support and for watching. Y'all have been great. I'll see you all the next time. Bye-bye.